Alrighty, we should be live. Howdy folks, let me just make sure this wireless microphone doodad is working correctly, but welcome to the stream. I am here in Markham. This is a part of Markham called Unionville. I'm just going to test to hear if... Alrighty, we should be live. Alright, so the audio is okay. My battery is dropping like a rock. I might have to unplug the wireless audio and go with the camera audio at some point, but thanks for tuning in. I've had a busy day. I recorded one driving video and then I recorded two places that have been requested ever since the beginning of time, ever since I started doing this channel. Some people have been requesting I do the two places I did this afternoon. I've got this car for the weekend, courtesy of the folks at Rome Auto. They do weekly and monthly car rentals. Do check them out. There's a link to them down in the description. They've got an awesome fleet of cars. They're awesome people. They even do pickup. Yeah, go check them out. There's a link to them in the description if you're interested in that. They furnished me with this car, full disclosure. I've got it for the weekend. I've got to make a long drive tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to be able to record that or not, but let me get ready to get moving here. But I just did, as you could probably guess, a walk around Unionville here in Markham. And now we're going to drive home, but that wouldn't take very long, so I think we're going to just mosey on downtown and then head back up to Midtown. I think there might be a little bit of traffic on the DVP, so maybe what I'll do is I'll take Kennedy South down to the 401, and then we can see what the DVP is looking like. I do have a nav system on here. Also, I can't really read the chats or interact while I'm driving. It's kind of not safe for the most part. So I apologize if I am ignoring you or not answering your questions. It's just the nature of what we're doing, trying to be safe. Huge thanks to the mods for their great work. And if anyone sends any super chats, it's certainly not expected, but it's definitely appreciated. Thank you now in advance. After the stream, I will go back and take a look at everything that came through. Huge thanks to everyone who sends support. Just, if I don't acknowledge it, please don't be offended. There's, you know, kind of a better or more important task at hand. I was going to start this stream from the historic town near Main Street, but I didn't have a connection. Like, the signal was just so weak, even combining multiple providers like this. So that's why I pulled into this church parking lot, but we're going to head out to Main Street, and then I'm just going to make my way to Candy Road and probably head down to the 401, then head over to the Don Valley Parkway, and then we'll probably get stuck in some traffic. This is a hybrid vehicle. You can see more of this car in some upcoming videos. I recorded a few driving videos with it. I'm just making sure I got everything. Engine is running. But huge thanks again to the mods. I just want to send a quick message here.
Turn right onto Pavilion Street and then turn right.
Turn right onto Pavilion Street and then turn right. Okay. So this stream should be, for the most part, in pretty high quality 4K. But again, I'm going to have to plug in and go on battery at some point. I'm going to crack the windows a little bit, just to give a bit of ambience, I guess you could say. Hopefully the picture is looking nice and clear.
Turn right onto Euclid Street and then turn left.
I'm going to turn this thing off, cancel route. Turn right onto Euclid Street and then turn left. Don't hit the couple walking. All right, camera looks okay. The speed limit through here is actually 20 kilometers per hour, so if you are wondering why we're just going so slow, well, you got part of your reason. This is Highway 7 coming up. I don't know if I've ever done a driving stream in 4K before. I'll be curious to see what this looks like. Usually, fast-moving data, you need a super high bit rate, like driving or cycling, to be able to see everything clearly. But thanks so much to you, everyone, for tuning in. We're over 200 viewers already. I don't know how long this is going to be. Some people wishing me that I drive safe. The turn signal is annoying. Sound of a turn signal. If you change or turning not by a turn, that means you're incorrectly. Novell Koss is back. But yeah, part of Main Street is like dug up. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to come back in the fall and do like another walk here. Maybe when all the leaves are changing. I think that would be a nice time to come visit. Oh, were you? Oh, I thought you were trying to tell me something.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. And the car next door was kind of motioning. That was funny. He was kind of like rolling his window down, reaching out of his car, and it looked like he was pointing towards this car. Good laugh. But we might have a patch parts of the cell around here. It was really hot or cold in his part of the Union. But once we get on the main streets, it should be pretty. I think I want to turn left here and then make a right onto Kennedy. This street is Unionville Gate. Once we get his signal, it'll be a lot better. And apparently that's like a York University campus just over on the right. I did not know they had a facility in Markham. I went to York and it was just the main campus in North York and up in around at Bayview and let's make a right here. We're going to take Kennedy all the way to the fun. Okay, why the heck not? Passing the once we go Seals, we'll be in the city of Toronto, but this is live stream about on we crossed Highway 7. Wondering what car. Heitzman House 2025 art show. Alrighty. So this is Markham, population I think around 340,000. Roughly 40% of the population is Chinese or Hong Kong Canadian. Someone guessing, am I driving a RAV? You can see what vehicle this is in a future video. Like next to me, it looks kind of like Henry. I wish I could pan the camera over. Didn't accidentally enter the 407. We're maybe 5 minutes north of Toronto right now. This 18th Avenue. Why is that Honda going so close to the Honda? Like, did you learn? Just going to be gas brake driving like that. So my plan tonight is finish this live stream, go home, probably going to order a pizza or something. I've got a lot of work. Then I'm going to watch UFC 3-1. I think in the fights, Paul is going to win. Chandler going to win. A couple of Bellator boys. And then the rail tracks. Ooh, that was bumpy. Just on the left, Pacific Mall, North America's largest shopping mall. Quite the zoo in there. Prepare to fight for a parking spot. You think someone like me ought to do a video through there at some point, eh? And this is Steeles Avenue. We are about to enter a little city called Toronto. Bumpy indeed. Hey, we've got over 300 viewers right now. Thank you so much. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, and all that fun jazz. Big thanks to the mods. Medano is here. I think I saw Vivian and Marge. I don't know if I saw anyone else. Johnny B says poor signal strength. I don't know what's causing the, if there's hitches. It looks like a strong signal. I'm hoping I'm not using my main computer. I didn't leave like DaVinci Resolve open with a heft on it. And that's interfering with the encoding of this stream. Hopefully that's not it. I was also playing around with my BellaBox servers. So it's also possible we're not on the northeast north server right now. We should. But I kind of rushed out the door. Well, when I get home, I'll find out if that was a problem or not. Remember to close DaVinci. Because it says we have good signal strength. Ooh, if only I had my MacBook with me, I could just remote TeamViewer and close it. Lisa's here. Lisa called in, and so did Vivian. Yeah, guys, in the video, it should be plenty of data. The problem must be my streaming server. But we'll see. Maybe 4K live streaming is also asking a bit much of my networking stuff. I've never done this before. This is McNichol, so we are in Toronto. I believe. You know what? I can pull over and maybe this down to like a 1080p stream. Maybe we'll do that. That should be a little easier on the encoding. There's a plaza here. Plaza with very little parking, it seems. Okay. Since the sound is strong, I've totally screwed my set at home. But I'll be back. Just give me one. All right, I knocked us down to 1080p. Hopefully this works. Hopefully this works. If not, I don't really know what to say, but we're gonna try this out. Hopefully it looks good. I'm just waiting for this to reappear and then we'll get moving. If this doesn't work, then I don't know. Okay, let's try this. Let's hope we fixed it. And I'm an idiot. I just turned the car off. Let me do one thing here. Streams, 1080p, video. And trying to troubleshoot this while driving is kind of annoying. Oh, there's nothing to paste there. All right. Hey, we got a super chat. Alicia Lewis, $5. Johnny, please drive safe. Thank you, Alicia Lewis. Marge, 50 months. Volume is very low. It sounds fine to me. Thank you, Marge. I can't really do anything about that. It sounds fine. All right. Oh, low bit rate. Let's get moving here. Hopefully the people in this car beside me see me reversing here. Let's hope that fixed it. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you, Marge. When I use this wireless mic, the volume level is lower, but all you need to do is turn your speaker up. It's no big deal. It sounds fine to me, though. And back on to Kennedy we go. Hey, Snall is all about the freedom. That just popped up. Thank you for joining Silver Tier membership. Thank you very much. This is Finch Avenue. Hey, we got a cyclist. Good shit. Ride safe, man. Hopefully that smoothed out the video at least. Camera. Yeah, we're on cinematic stabilization. Let me... I might have to switch the camera a few times to get it to stop. Let's see if that helped it. All right, so the law is you have to leave a full meter around you and a cyclist. And that is a very good law. So let me do just that. Norcap Avenue. How's the video now? Any hitches, or are we running clear? Did I troubleshoot all the problems? A cyclist needs a back scratcher. I could use a back scratcher. This is Huntingwood. So what I did, I lowered the quality from 4K to 1080. I have a theory that I'm an idiot and left a project open on my computer, and that's why it was having trouble encoding this live stream in 4K. So by switching to 1080, hopefully that is an easier load on it. Normally I use my dedicated OBS server, but for some reason I was being lazy. I'm just relaying this one to my regular computer. Bonus Avenue. We're up in Scarborough. We got to be getting close to the 401. Yeah, we got to be very close. This is Shepherd here. This Tesla did not signal, he just snuck around me. Tesla. Lisa says, hope you actually listened to music at some point on your journey. No, I didn't. I recorded my drive up to, I took a different route, but I made a driving video going up to Markham with a pit stop on the way, and then I made 2 videos up there, and now we're live streaming. I've been talking to myself all friggin' day. I hear sirens. We better wait. It's an ambulance. All right, we're gonna get on the 401 westbound. I took the 404 when I went north up to Markham. Welcome to North America's busiest and most ridiculous highway. We're gonna jump on the DVP South at some point and hope it's not moving too slowly. Victoria Park 1 kilometer, Don Valley 2. Got it. Get over so we're not fighting cars that are merging. Oh, but now I have to get over. look at all them brake lights. Toronto special coming up. Alright, I wasn't going to do that. I was having second thoughts, but that's fine. If I didn't have space to move, I wouldn't have. Don Valley Parkway South. Sweet. Let's see how bad the traffic is. Not looking good, is it? Straight ahead is Fairview Mall, where all those condos are. This might have been the dumbest idea of all time. Whew. That was stupid. All right, we might just get off at the first exit. I could have stayed on the 401 and just shot over to Yonge or Avenue and been home in a jiffy, but I didn't want the stream to be so short. Well, they call it the Don Valley parking lot for a reason. Peradua, the license plate in front of us. Hopefully it's just extra slow here because there's a couple of merges going on. You got people from both directions coming off the 401, and you got people from the 404 all squeezing onto this one spot. And this left lane is going to end in 300 meters. That's nice. Let's find a spot to move over, hopefully. Maybe we can. I'm signaling, which might have been a mistake because there was a gap beside me, but the car behind me the car behind this guy just close that gap to like block me. Oh, someone's letting me through. Drop a little wave, thank you. Now we don't have to worry about this merge anymore. And some people have that reaction. They see the signal and they just say no and they close the gap. And then some people say they don't signal because people do that. I don't know. I see someone wanting to come over. I slow down and let them. If there were no traffic, this would be such a nice drive to make. The DVP is windy, it dives. Whoa, what is that guy doing? Look at the Tesla. Look at the Tesla on the left. He's making a U-turn. I don't know if my camera picked that up. That was nuts. Guy just pulled right off the highway there. And there was an opening where you could make a U-turn. I don't think you're supposed to. All right, this is York Mills Road, but hey, we're rolling a little better. Maybe it's not so bad. Lawrence Avenue, 2 clicks. Well, if I'm gonna get off, I'll get off at Lawrence or Eglinton. Oh, look at that go bus. Are they allowed to do that? That thing just came ripping down the shoulder. Tell me you caught that on stream. That was insane. I think they are allowed to do that, actually. Yeah, that's a... That must be fairly new here, but that's a high occupancy lane. Buses are allowed to use it. Someone's gonna get smoked. Just turning off into the shoulder or swerving to avoid something, and boom, here comes the go bus. It's pretty awesome they have that. It was my first time encountering that on the DVP. Ooh. This traffic is balls. Let's see, Eglinton, 4 kilometers. Maybe we'll do that. I wish I could have a mod change the title. We would change it from Markham to downtown to Markham to Midtown the stupidest way possible. Should have stayed on the 401. Although that says Bloor Street, 9 minutes. That's not terrible. If we could get to Bloor Street in 9 minutes. At least the title of the live stream would hold true. And from there, ironically, the best way back would be to go north up Bayview. We got a ambulance coming. Lawrence Avenue westbound in 500 meters, eastbound in 1,000 meters. In other words, a kilometer. All right, that thing said Bloor Street in 9 minutes. What do you guys say, Bloor Street or Eglinton? My original plan was to go down to the Gardner because you get this pretty sick view of the skyline. But my patience has run a little thin for that. Could have just got off Lawrence there. All right, I just glanced. I saw a couple of votes for Bloor Street. Winford Drive, next exit. Well, we're moving decently now. We're moving better than the northbound lanes. Holy shit, it's a Festivus miracle. Flemington Park and the old Science Center on the right. All right, we're just gonna go to the Gardner if it's moving like this the whole way. I'm also gonna get out of this lane as soon as someone gets out of my blind spot. Funny how that works. When we got on the DVP, the northbound was flying and the southbound was crawling. And now those tables have turned. Don Mills. That sun. Pretty nasty glare. In the center of the shot, you can see one Bloor East on the left, and the tall tower just to the right of it is one Bloor West. I think it's now going to be finished off by Tridel. That building has an interesting story. They lost their lead tenant, Apple, at the base. Maybe now it's under much more solid ownership. Apple will reconsider. It's a really good flagship location to have. And apparently the base was kind of designed around there being an Apple store in it. Sayonara Bloor Street. We are going all the way to the Gardner. I could do a full loop. I could take the Gardner to the 427 to 401. But I'd have to be a masochist to do that. There's no way we're not going to get stuck in traffic. And here's where I always want to catch a subway train going along the Bloor Viaduct. But no such luck. Why is the car in front of me just riding their brakes? Take your foot off the gas instead. Via Gardner to Yonge Street, 8 minutes. To Highway 427, 32 minutes. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. That's a bit of a crawl. Alright, so we're going to get that skyline view that I wanted. The skyline view, but we're going to be battling the sun a little bit. CIBC Square blocking half of the CN Tower from this view. Alright, maybe I should have got off at that last exit. I got greedy. We were moving too well. I got so greedy. I was like, look how good this is. And then traffic. No. No. Just want to go home and order a pizza. Another view impacted indeed. Just cracking a cold one. And by cold one, I mean bubbly. So we're going to get off the next off-ramp, make our way north up to Midtown. I got a shit ton of driving to do tomorrow, so I think about 500 or 600 kilometers worth. There's the Scotiabank Arena on the right. Home of the Raptors and the Leafs. And a wide-angle view. This is the idiot driving view. How do you like this one? Idiot driving, drinking his bubbly. Ripley's Aquarium, next exit. Let's pretend we're going there. They don't put CN Tower. I guess Ripley's paid for that. There's condos literally just hovering right over the highway here. I imagine the air quality wouldn't be all that good. Little bits of tire kind of getting vaporized and turning into dust. Car exhaust. Plus the noise pollution. I would assume the units that back over the highway are not as expensive as the ones on the other sides of the building. This condo right on the left here literally has balconies just maybe 6 or 7 stories above where we are now. They'd have a nice view of the skyline, but might want to have like one of those ventilator masks for when you're out in your balcony. Highway 427 via the Gardner, 19 minutes. Okay, we're going over Love Park right now. Pretty much. No, that's just up on the left, actually. Alright, next exit coming up very soon. Couple of birds just chilling. Steam Whistle Brewery and the Roundhouse coming up just on the right. This is maybe why it's a good idea to take the Up Express if you're coming into the city from the airport versus a taxi or Uber. I know some people, whenever they come to the city, they always just take a cab because they're expensing it. And it seems like the more convenient option, but if you're staying right downtown, you can still expense your Up Express fare. And it's going to be better than sitting in this. Now we got to play a little dance. I need to move to the right. All these vehicles want to come left. But we got a solid line here. What's that car doing on the right? That Mazda. What is going on up there? Can you see that? What the hell is that? You're just... Little wave. Is that minivan trying to stay on in front of us? I don't think they know what they're doing. And we have escaped Toronto highway traffic hell. Hello, Spadina Avenue. Did you guys see that car just squeezing by at the side of that other one? That was nuts. Nothing could be finer than driving up Spadina. It's the well on the left. This is Front Street. Way to run that red light. All three of you easily could have stopped. Oh well, they got the hell out of our hair. Yeah, we've had some technical hurdles this stream. Someone's subwoofer is super loud, but I don't know if loud's the right word. Deep? I think it's that Honda CR-V just on the left. LA says, all in all, Toronto is great. I don't disagree. What's not to love about this scene? Streetcar rolling by, busy crossing. It's King Street West. This will be a very busy area later tonight, especially just west of here. No, it wasn't that CRV. I think it's one of the cars behind me. Sheena Roberts, thank you so much for the tenor. Love seeing the skyline view in the Gardner. Enjoy the pizza. Thank you so much, Sheena. Oh, we got one of these guys doing a wheelie on the right on their bike. Thank you, Sheena. Look at that guy right next to a cop on a wheelie, splitting traffic on their bike. No F's given. This is Richmond Street. Decent crowds out today. Queen Street West coming up. We're going to be going into Chinatown. This is Dundas. Mike Landry. Thank you, Mike Landry, for the super chat. Am I leaving the city tomorrow? Yeah, I'm doing some family-related errands, so I need the vehicle for the weekend. So since I have a car, and I don't normally have it, I thought I'd make videos of some places that have been requested that I haven't gotten around to making yet. So I did one yesterday, and a driving video yesterday, and then today I did 2 videos that I've always wanted to do but haven't yet. But I don't think I'll be able to make any videos tomorrow. Figure it might just be a good day to hang the camera up. Dude's supposed to have a helmet with his e-bike. Maybe I could have stopped there. This is College Street. There's a bunch of ropes in the back of this cop car. Maybe I should have stayed in the left lane. Oh well. We'll wait it out. There's a couple of girls that like cosplay over on the left. I wish I could show you with the camera. They look interesting. Someone should tell them Comic-Con isn't for a while. In fact, we just had it. Or Fan Expo. Jelly Bean, holy shit. Thanks for the relaxing rant-free drive. Hi friends in the amazing chat. Zipper. Jelly Bean, thank you. You're officially being warned. 5 emoji limit on messages, including super chats, worded or pictured. But thank you for the super chat and the $50. You like to test your limits, don't you? Thank you, Jelly Bean. I should inject more rants into these drives. Thank you very much. This is Sussex Avenue. All right, let's just hop on to Bloor. We'll head over to Avenue. They are not emojis, they're words. That is at the discretion of the mods. If you post words that could be emojis, they might interpret them as emojis and remove your chat. Just saying, but thank you for the support. It's a roll of toilet paper on the right. Right, we're gonna turn right on to Bloor West and then over to Avenue maybe. The last few times I did driving live streams through downtown, I went up Yonge Street, so I'm trying to avoid that. Ooh, Gyubi on the right. I could go for some of that right now. All you can eat Japanese barbecue. This is St. George Street. Ooh, hopefully everything is okay. I can turn left here, right? I don't see any no left turn signs. I think there's going to be a left turn lane. There's the ROM, Royal Ontario Museum on the right. Can't quite squeeze into this left turn lane here. Maybe if this guy in front of us creeps up a bit. There we go. So we're going to go up the oddly named Avenue Road. Yorkville on the right, or on the left. No, on the right. Annex on the left. But we are just going north up to Midtown. Stay in your lane, stay in your lane. It's always nerve-wracking when people turn out like that. Stay in your lane. Someone else who can't turn properly. It's not rocket science. The Cottingham Manor on the right. Guy on the bike's moving better than most of us. That's the same guy we saw before, unless it's just a different guy with no helmet delivering food. Whoa. That minivan just veered right into this lane and almost hit us. This butt face on the left here. Oh. LA, you're welcome. Thanks to all of you for tuning in. Something a little different. We did something different last night. Our e-bike dude has reappeared. Where was that siren from? This is St. Clair coming up. It's weird that traffic would be crawling on this part of Avenue. Yeah, it's Upper Canada College straight ahead. We keep tangling with this guy. There's no rights on red here. This is Chaplin, so you could turn right here and head to Davisville Station. Stop. Hammer time. Almost home. Which reminds me, I gotta register this car for parking tonight. This is Eglinton. And I can't see shit to my left. As soon as I look left, I get an eye full of sun. Is the park open? I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna drive down into the park, take down my camera gear, order a pizza for pickup, and just go pick it up. Got the car, I might as well not pay to have it delivered. Go do it myself, and I could find a local place maybe that I wouldn't normally order from. Sounds like a plan to me. Just find a place to park. Hey, a pull through. The best kind of spot you can get. Ta-da-da! Ellie says, why didn't you take earlier exit? Because I wanted to live stream. It wasn't all about just getting home as fast as possible. I wanted to drive around Toronto a little bit and show things off. But I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I want to thank Rome Auto for letting me use this car for the weekend. I haven't turned it into a cube yet, and the police haven't impounded it and crushed it, but I want to thank everyone. LA, Sheena, Cam, Christos, Flick Hunter, Robert Sprite, Maroof, Alicia Lewis, Jewel Flores, Marge, Lisa, Higgy04, Coco. I see some new names here. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you to everyone who sent support. Sorry if I missed anything. I can't really pay super close attention to stuff while I'm live streaming. But thank you so much, guys. I want to, just say thanks. Thanks to the mods. I will be posting a video tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. EST, and then, I don't know. But thank you so much, guys. I will catch you on the next one. Yoink. Oh, I gotta play the credits. That's what we gotta do. My brain is mush.